can rap songs for them. But how come we ain't rolling on chrome like them? Say, I know what's up, there's something wrong. Something's wrong. This your baby, see, I'm the boss. They told me to take my chain out, get my body to grow. This your baby, I'm the boss. They told me to take my chain out, get my body to grow. You ain't pimping me no more. No more. I ain't gonna be yours. I need my money when I'm spitting, let me get that. Come up short with my scratch, I ain't with that. You ain't pimping me no more. No more. I ain't gonna be yours. Need my money when I'm, let me get that. Come up short with my scratch, I ain't with that.
Hey. What's up, man? Sorry it took me so long to get back to my people, man. Sorry it took me so long to get back to my people. But I'm here now. Y'all know what time it is. This is Q&A with Q. You heard me? Where we talk all things sports. Where we talking all things sports. So y'all know how I like to do it, man. I'm gonna open up with a quick hot take today, man. It's a little serious because I feel like they fucking with this man's livelihood right now. I feel like they fucking with his livelihood, and it's crazy because sometimes you know how you do some shit and it go too far, and motherfucker have to pull up and be like, all right, I was doing too much. Let me slow up. Well, these motherfuckers ain't slowed up. They still going. They still carrying on with the bullshit even after it's air apparent that this man didn't do what they saying he did. So now they still carrying on with the bullshit, so on and so forth, man. So I feel like at this point, y'all need to stop and go ahead, man, and get a man what he asking for. I'm talking about DeShaun Watson in Houston. Um, you know, a couple of days ago, his lawyer came out and exposed some text messages that were that he received from one of his so I guess one of the accusers, or whatever the case may be. Um and Man, the text message, bro, is come on, man. The text message pretty much is telling, it's pretty much telling all the obviously that what they were saying is a bunch of bullshit, because basically they said that she was assaulted and so on and so forth and this and that, and this text message doesn't sound like a woman that has been assaulted, you know what I'm saying, or physically harmed in any kind of way by this dude. And this is per his attorney, Rusty Hardin. He read the text message, and basically the text message says, Lawson, which is the accuser, um, hey DeShaun, just wanted to say thank you for trusting me with your massage today. I'll be here till January 3rd if you'd like to get another one. Then she sent him another text message that said, I hope all is well. I just want to say I apologize for my actions. That was not me. And if I could take back that moment, I would. I really devalue my integrity and profession My sessions have never went like that. I feel really horrible as a person. So, so I'm pretty sure y'all show up, so you can read between the lines. Obviously, what happened is this woman had to have made some type of sexual advances toward this man, and when she did this shit, obviously he rejected her, and then she didn't get what she thought she was gonna get, and so now she's trying to this text message is her cleaning it up. Oh man, I apologize. I acted unprofessionally. I shouldn't have came at you like that. Ain't no telling she probably done, what I'm saying, probably done reach for the man piece or something. Ain't no telling what she did. But you know what I'm saying? Obviously, he wasn't down with the plan. This don't sound like somebody who has physically assaulted you or tried to rape you or touched you. Come on, man, stop. This this that bullshit I be talking about, man. These people have literally went on a 4 or 5 month smear campaign on this man's name. They done went on a 4 or 5 month smear campaign on this man's name, man. And now this type of information is coming out. Matter of fact, some of you same motherfuckers out here that's sitting at home was smearing his name. Lord forbid, uh, black women probably were right up there at the top of that list. Oh, he needs this, he needs that. You didn't even have no proof. You had no proof. You had no further indication that that this shit was true that they were saying about this man. And now this text message comes out, which I'm pretty sure there's plenty more of these, where it's done been found out now that these people were full of shit, and they were conspired. They were probably conspiring against this man. I don't know if they'll be able to prove conspiracy, but at least they should be able to prove that whatever all the shit that they said he did, he didn't do that shit, man. That man didn't do that shit. And now, motherfuckers wanna say, oh well, um, you can you can never be too sure. Hey man, look. We live in America, and we know in America a black man is guilty until proven innocent. You know what I'm saying? He's guilty until proven innocent. So I brought this up because this is the typical lot that the black man draws in life. Period. This same shit right here. This is a continuous situation over and over and over, fucking over again. So shout out to that brother, man. I hope he get what he got coming to him, and furthermore, I hope he get out of Houston because they just they are the epitome of what a scumbag really is. That whole organization is very poor. It's ran by, I believe, some first some first class racist hypocritical white people at the top of that line, man. So I hope he get out of there. I hope he gets away from that situation. We already know how the Houston Texan organization thinks of their players. They think they running a prison yard. So that's what the players are. The players are prisoners per their GM. So he says, so man, I hope that brother get out of that situation and find him somewhere. It's a couple teams out there that would really, really love to have his services. They would love to have his services. So I hope he get out of that situation, man. I really, really do. Uh, with that being said, man, that was the opening hot take, man. So let's get into my favorite part of it, the discussions. Man, I was actually planning on bringing one of my partners on. I know y'all ain't seen me since Tuesday before last. Man, I've had a really hellacious couple weeks here going these past couple weeks. So it's been it's been difficult. So it's been hard for me to get back in front of the camera again. But here I go. So y'all already know what time it is. Um, First things first, I wanna start off with this young lady because, I'm if y'all don't know, I'm from the Star City, Dallas, Texas, 214-972-469. You hear me? So, uh, I was real proud, still proud of her because of what she managed to accomplish. Uh, you know, and she went to the high school that a large portion of my family members graduated from, which was David W. Carter, in Oak Cliff, Texas. Um, Sha'Carri Richardson, man, she ran yesterday and she came dead last, and it was just like, damn, you know. Obviously, that was upsetting. Nobody wanted to see her coming last, but there has been a lot, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot of backlash. It's been a lot of folks, you know what I'm saying? Oh, she got she got what was coming to her. She got a piece of humble pie, so on and so forth, yada yada yada. Uh, you know, I didn't I didn't feel that way about the situation. Yeah, she lost. I didn't want to see her lose, but yeah, she lost. And she did. She talked, $100,000 worth of shit. You know what I'm saying? After the fact, like she had won or whatever. I saw the interview. It was, you know, it was a little goofy, but at the same time, I mean, she's a competitor. We're in a competitive sport. You know, we see football games where cats talk shit all the time, even after losing. You know what I'm saying? So, that's not like too far out of place or whatever the case is. Um, my take is, people are always gonna have something to say, no matter what you do. People that's this is a it's you're part of a she's part of a spectator sport. So, you're gonna always have spectators, motherfuckers in the stands that got something to say. Oh well, uh she didn't win this, she did this, she did that. It shows that she wasn't ready to compete and yada 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 and so on and so forth. And yeah, man. Yeah, everybody got a narrative. Everybody got a narrative. Everybody think what they say is right. They got the best opinion, or they act as if they are, you know, directly involved or have firsthand knowledge of what's going on, man. You don't know what's going on in that lady head. You don't know what she was thinking about, what her situation was. Hey, obviously, in her case, I would tell her, hey, you got to deal with the scrutiny because that's what it is. Same thing happened to LeBron James when he lost in 2011 to the Mavericks, and he had the 8.4 quarter. The 8 point game in the game six in the game six. Hey man, hey, shit happens. Shit happens. Sometimes you don't show up. Sometimes you don't get the best that you could have gave, and people will criticize you for it. Even though they can't do a third of what you're capable of doing. This is I don't know why people do it. They do, but either way, I'm still rooting for her. I still want to see her do well. I hope she bounce back from the loss, and she can move forward and go, get to the next level in her craft. I hope that can happen for him. So, shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson. Keep revving the Star City, baby girl. You gonna be all right. You gonna be good. Just don't let it bring you down. Go ahead and and keep pushing forward, man, and trying to be better at what you're doing. So y'all know it ain't a I you know Sling Blade, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? Absolutely. I definitely agree. I'm not a huge racing guy. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I watch because that's something we used to do back in the what I'm saying, back in the neighborhood as kids. Everybody used to have a race, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not real, sure about how that works out. But yeah, man, I hope she's able to get back to the, what I'm saying, get back to the basics. Because yesterday you could tell that she hadn't done any kind of work. She hadn't put no work in. It looked like she just kind of went out there, like you said, and she thought she was gonna win on speed alone, on her athletic ability. And at some point in time, athletic ability, what I'm saying, runs out. You're not going, what I'm saying, you're not gonna make it off athletic ability all the time, all the way through. It's just one of them things that it'll only carry you so far. So yeah, man, I do. I'm still pulling for. I want to see her do good. Like I said, I don't have no right to talk bad about her or talk about what she's doing because she's accomplished quite a bit. So I still want to see her. I still want to see her be successful and go as far as she possibly can. So I'm with you, bro. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. But moving on, y'all know it can't be a show, man, where I don't talk about my boy, LeGoat James, the king, y'all. Hey, man. So check this out. I was looking and I was doing some old, crunching, and I'm always looking for something to further my boy's case because he can make a case. I still, mind you, I tell people all the time, I still have Michael Jordan as number one. And the reason that I have Mike as number one because I saw Mike with my own eyes. I got to watch Mike play. Everybody grew up saying the same thing. I want to be like Mike. I want to be like Mike. What young black man in America didn't grow up as with Mike, what I'm saying, as the foremost picture in his mind of what he would like to accomplish in his own life. So I still got Mike as number one. But I be telling y'all, man, when you go back and you look at these numbers, man, and you see the things that LeBron James has done over the course of his career, bro. Say, man, it is really, really, really hard not to have that man as we already know his numbers. I got him as number two, but it's real hard not to put him as a 1B. You know what I'm saying? As Michael Jordan is 1A and LeBron James is 1B. Cause I mean, in my opinion, you can't go wrong with either one of them. You can't go wrong with either one. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. Everybody talks about how LeBron is not a prolific scorer. And I just bro. So I'm looking at Dirk. Y'all know Dirk Nowitzki retired. Before he retired, he got to number 6 on the all-time scoring list. So I'm looking at this. I'm like, damn, Dirk made the number 6. I think he had like 31,000 points somewhere off in there. Yeah, I think he had 31,000 and some change. So I'm looking at the list and I'm like, man, I said, Dirk put in work, man. That's 31,000. It's a lot of points. This man was, for all intents and purposes, Dirk was considered a prolific scorer in his own right. You know what I'm saying? He may not have been at the tier that Michael Jordan was, but man, to be number 6 and you only got people like Jordan, Karl Malone, Kobe, Kareem in front of you, them the only people that's in front of you. So I mean, you had to be good at something, but this is the kicker. Dirk came into the league in 1998. Dirk came in the league in 1998. LeBron James came into the league at in 2003. That is a 5-year head start. That is a 5-year head start. If you want to go further, Kobe came into the league in 1996. Kobe came in 96. That's a 7-year head start. 7 years. That is a 7-year head start. Can y'all explain to me how he's in front of both of these men on the all-time scoring list, yet he's not considered a score first type player? He's not considered a score first type player. So how the hell is he in front of Kobe and Dirk Nowitzki? Dirk, for all intents and purposes, was considered the only player on his team. He was the primary scorer. And we all know Kobe's story. Mr. I can't do it, it can't be done. We know Kobe's story. So how in the hell is LeBron James number 3 on the all-time scoring list in front of two dudes, in front of two people who got to the league 5 and 7 years prior to him? How? How was this possible? Explain. Somebody make that make sense to me. Explain that to me. How is that possible, man? I told you, man. Y'all, that shit is crazy, man. Y'all miss the greatness of what this man is doing in professional sports, man. You're missing the greatness of what this man is doing in professional sports. Nobody can boast that type of a. Come on, man. Come on, man. And he's only a year away from passing Karl Malone and going into the number 2 spot. He's only a season away from that. If he have another run like he had in 2020, that's gone. And that's just at averaging 20 points a game. He averaged 27 last year. So I crunched the numbers. If he averages 20 points a game for 65 games, just the regular season, that's 1,300 points. So if he has a deep playoff run, if he goes deep in the playoff, he cracking Malone's record this year. Malone's finna be moved to 3rd. Not only that, this man is a walking franchise. He's a walking franchise in his own right. I didn't even know the Lakers lead all the Lakers lead all franchises with 32 appearances in the finals. The Celtics have 21, the Warriors have 11, and LeBron James has 10 by himself. On his own, he got 10 by himself. So this man, for all intents and purposes, is a walking franchise on his own. Bro, you can't make this shit up, man. The numbers don't lie. I'm trying to figure out what is the beef, man. What is the beef? What's the problem? What is the problem, man? Man, look. One thing I tell you, it was just like when Mike retired, man. When Mike left, man, and we had to deal with that on 3 times. 3 times we had to deal with Mike walking away from the game. because Mike spoiled us. Mike showed us what it was like to not lose, to not ever lose, or, you know, be an underdog in a situation. I don't think that man ever went into the finals, any of the six finals that he won as an underdog. And it was something special to watch him never lose. It was like he didn't know how to lose. And then you get you get LeBron, and it's a different contrast. I look at it as LeBron showed us what adversity was, how it was to deal with adversity, what it was like to have to go through the 2011 season, all the growing pains he went through in Cleveland those first 7 years, everything he had to experience. You know what I'm saying? That had all the naysayers like, yeah, see, he ain't good enough. He can't do this. He can't do that. Yada yada yada. He was the best example of what it's like to overcome adversity. I mean, don't get me wrong, MJ had his experiences, early in the playoffs when he first started, and he had to get past the Pistons and so on and so forth. But once he did get past those obstacles, man, the man never looked back. He didn't lose. And for all intents and purposes, I feel like losing is an experience everybody got to go through. You know what I'm saying? This man went to 10 finals. 10 finals. We just saw a finals this year that didn't include Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, or Steph Curry. Just this year. Just this year. For the last 10 years since 2011, one of those four players have been in the finals, at least two or three of them at the same time. At least two or three of them at the same time, man. And more so than that, in the last 10 years, nobody has won more finals than LeBron James. Not only has he won more, he did it with three different franchises. So it's hard, man, to understand how you can discredit this man or, try to knock him for what he's accomplished. It's hard, man. I don't understand that. I don't know, man. Like I say, some of you guys claim to be super sports fanatics, and you guys are casuals, man. You're real casuals. Y'all say stupid shit. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of James Harden. I'm not a big fan of James Harden. I think he's a flopper. He shoots too much. Most of the time, his points are coming from the line when he's averaging. Oh, he averages 34 points a game. Yeah, 17, 18 of them came from the line. It's almost 50%. Half his shots came from the line. And I could respect it if we weren't in a league where it's geared towards offensive players. So they want to see, you know what I'm saying? They want to see high scoring games, things of that nature. So the refs are going to call those, those little bullshit fouls that aren't really fouls. Player go up in the air, he lean into you. Oh, it's a foul. Come on, man. Are you serious? This man's initiating contact. How's it a foul? So again, man, I just, even though I don't like James Harden, as a as a player, as a basketball player, you can't deny the fact that the man is adept at getting to the rack. The man know how to score. That's just point blank period. You can't deny that. The man knows how to get to the rack. And if you if you don't stick him, you're gonna have a long night. You're gonna have a very long night because the brother can play. But he's not my favorite player. But I'm not gonna go on a wild tangent and try to discredit the man and what he does do on the court. I'm not gonna do that. For what? What do you get out of that? What did that do for you? What do you get out of sitting up talking about LeBron James, disrespecting other men, calling them bronze sexuals and all that type of stuff? Some of this sports shit go to y'all head too sometimes. That's why some of y'all be getting beat up. Y'all be getting beat up because you let this shit get too far. It's a game, man. It's a game, bro. Treat it as such, man. Don't get out of pocket like that, man. Don't do that. So I was trying to anybody just on a side note, can anybody tell me if what happened with Max Kellerman? Why is he being removed from first take? I don't know what's going on with that situation. I was looking, I didn't really find anything. I didn't really see nothing, so I don't know what the situation is, but that was kind of that's kind of crazy situation. I think Max Kellerman's a pretty good analyst, man. Especially when he does that little boxing show that he has that comes on Fridays. He knows his boxing. I think he's pretty good at other sports as well. I didn't agree with him on the whole Kawhi Leonard being the best basketball player thing, but to each his own. That was his opinion. So I was cool. Whatever. We can agree to disagree. But I was just curious as to why they were removing him from the show. Um, why they were removing him off the show. I didn't know if something had happened or he had said something he didn't have no business saying, or what was the problem. So yeah, if anybody has any information on that, just shoot it to me. Let me know. Maybe you know something I don't know. I typically try to scan and read all the sports. I get all the updates and stuff like that. But I hadn't, like I said, I hadn't seen anything yet that spoke to why he was removed from the show, or he's going to be removed from the show. I wanted to poll this question. Oh, real quick before I move on to that. Adam Schefter supposedly. I don't know if this was false information. There was a report floating around that we already knew Dak Prescott wasn't going to play for the preseason, but there was supposedly some report floating around that he wasn't going to play at all this season. So you can imagine Cowboy fans of the world over, they little hearts start doing this. So I know, because I was like, oh no, that's not good. And I was truly upset with Dallas because they I don't understand how you make the same mistake 2 years in a row. I don't understand how you do that. You went and you got Andy Dalton last year as the backup quarterback, which we ended up needing Andy Dalton. Now, I don't have anything against Andy Dalton, but Andy Dalton is on the wrong side of 35. Andy Dalton's career is downhill. He's almost done. He's almost over with. So you went and but you did go and you made an attempt to pick up a viable quarterback to back up Dak Prescott. This year, you did nothing. I don't know if you're Cooper Rush and this Danucci guy are who they are. I don't see any promise in these people. I don't see any promise in these people. I don't understand why you won't go. There were oh my god, there were at least 3 or 4. I can't call them offhand right now, but there were at least 3 or 4 quarterbacks that were, that slid. They couple quarterbacks that were expecting maybe to go second round ended up sliding third and fourth, and they were pretty decent. They were pretty decent. Great quarterbacks that you could have got in and you could have developed under Dak Prescott. You could have developed them under Dak Prescott. And if Dak goes down, who knows? Maybe you end up getting the Dak 2.0. You find the guy that's, capable of doing whatever. And then at that point, you got trade bait. You can trade him, or if he's better than Dak, you keep him and you offload Dak. But you have nothing. You literally have nothing. You have nothing. So I'm looking at this situation now, and they're saying that Jerry Jones came out and made the statement that Dak Prescott is supposed to start first game of the season. So okay, cool, whatever. He's gonna start. We don't know how healthy he is, if he's injured, what the situation is. We don't know what's going on. What we do know is you need a more viable option than Cooper Rush and this Danucci character. You need a more viable option. Those two guys aren't going to get it. You're going to have to go out and find a veteran quarterback that you can sit behind Dak just in case something horrible goes wrong. Something horrible happens or goes wrong. Excuse me. You need to get someone who can come in. One of my friend of mine brought up Fitz Tragic. I don't call him Fitz Magic. It's Fitz Tragic because he's trash. He's absolute garbage. Yes, he's a veteran. He's been all over the league. The guy, hey, whatever, but no, please don't. Don't bring him here. Don't bring him here. Go find someone else. Find someone on the bench, and bring them over and let them play behind, Dak. Go get Geno Smith. I don't know. Somebody, anybody. Just go find somebody to put back there that we're not going to look completely stupid once or if, I won't say once, but if Dak Prescott manages to go down. I hope that's not the case. I hope it is not the case. I do not want to see him go down. But if it does happen, we need to be ready for it. We definitely need to be ready for it. So, hopefully we can figure that situation out. I think college ball is getting ready to kick off here in about another week or so. I don't know if it may be this weekend. I'm not 100% sure, but I know it's kicking. If it's not this weekend, then it's probably going to be next weekend. Y'all know who I'm riding with the horns up. Put your horns up. Ohio State Buckeyes are trash. That's for my homeboy Tyler. Yeah, they trash. We're not gonna support that. The Oklahoma Sooners can kill themselves. Who else, man? Anything that's not Texas or SMU, I'm not right. I can't do nothing with you. You know what I'm saying? SMU is also my secondary team. It's my hometown, but unfortunately they haven't recovered since the death penalty, so it's been difficult. But last thing that I wanted to go over was I am gonna put up a poll here. You guys will get the chance. The poll is going to be best duo, best duo in professional basketball history. Now, a lot of people would probably have some. They'll probably have some input on who they would pick. I narrowed it down myself personally to four that I could just really think of that just like really dominated, that like super dominated. My homeboy brought up some from like back in the 70s, but I was like, no, I'm not using those. So um the duo, I'm looking at this as people that have played at least four or more years together. That was kind of like what the criteria. They got to have at least 4 years together. So um I came up with five, which was obviously Jordan and Pippen, um Shaq and Kobe, uh James and Wade, um Malone and Stockton. And this last one is probably, y'all probably like, what the hell, where they come from? But the Rain Man himself, Shawn Kemp and Gary Payton. That was the five that I came up with. So, you know, um, I'm going to create this poll, and you guys give me your feedback. Let me know which one you guys agree with. Um, and I actually, after looking, analyzing, thinking about it, you know what I'm saying, and really just being objective, um, I would probably say, Shaq and Kobe were probably the most dominant duo in professional basketball history. I would say they're probably the most dominant duo in professional basketball history. I don't, and the reason that I say that is because they both, if Shaq doesn't leave LA, I could see LA winning 7 or 8 championships. If Shaq don't go nowhere after their first three-peat, they're definitely getting at least 6. They're getting at least 6. Kobe got 2 more without Shaq. If Shaq would have stayed, I could have really seen them getting at least 3 or 4 more championships, possibly. But the reason I say that is because of their ability to score at will. Both of them could score at will, literally. Like there was no stopping Shaq based on the fact that he just he was unstoppable. The 7'3" man with weighing 330 pounds. What were you gonna do with him under the rim? There wasn't anyone that was doing anything with him under. Yao Ming was 7'6", and Yao Ming still had difficulty dealing with him, and it was obviously the weight advantage. But I mean, you're still talking about 7'6" man. He's got 3 more inches on this guy. So, and Kobe, obviously, Kobe was just Kobe. Kobe wasn't going to be denied. No way, shape, form, or fashion. He just wasn't. He wasn't going to be denied. He was one of those players where, he felt like, again, if he couldn't do it, then it couldn't be done. He was indefinitely the closest thing to Michael Jordan. He was the closest thing to Mike as far as carbon copy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that poll's gonna be that poll's gonna go up here in a second, and you guys can chime in on that and let me know what you think. It looks like I've been on for my majority tonight, man. I'm glad I got to come on and talk to you guys tonight. I'm gonna try to get back on schedule again, and hopefully I'll be dropping another video later on this week. You guys hit the likes, subscribe, come in, chop it up with me. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, like I said, I just got started, but I enjoy this, man. I enjoy talking sports. I enjoy coming up with good stuff to share with you guys and discuss. I'm gonna be here all season and hopefully longer than this, as things continue to progress. So again, man, thanks a bunch for those who stopped by, those who liked, those who are watching, those who will watch, man. I appreciate the support. Much love and respect. Again, hit that subscribe bell, man. Subscribe to the channel, Q&A. Hey, man, where we talk all things sport, man. Anyway, I love y'all, man. Y'all be safe. And I will catch y'all next week. One love, man. One love.